Oh, hi. It's been a while, y'all. Well, as you guys can see, I am alive and a little bit better. Still recovering from a slight ear infection, but hey, gotta love flu season. But, howdy. This is a kind of an awkward angle, but, yeah. Oh shit. As you guys know, I do got some catching up to do, and, I got some boxes right here. Could be something that could be interesting, probably from the good holiday shopping for Black Friday. Oh, fuck, I think it is. Fuck it, let's get on to it. I meant to do that. What's going on, y'all? This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and welcome everybody to another Diecast haul video from, our good friends at Circle B Diecast. And like I said in the introduction, that this is going to be what I got for my Black Friday haul, which this video was supposed to come out, like I say, a good week later or so, because I did receive both these packages around like the first week of December. As you guys know, if you guys haven't followed my social media or my community tab, I was a little under the weather the last week or so, and I'm still kind of recovering from it. I can slightly hear in my left ear, but got a little, little nasty, viral infection going on right there. So yeah, fun stuff, Gotta love flu season, but I hope you guys staying safe and staying healthy because, heck, the holidays are right around the corner. But, yeah, I do got, two boxes right here, and they could be from our good friends at Circle B Diecast, even though I just said they were, so that's kind of redundant right there. So, way to go, asshole. But just appreciate you guys staying patient, and we got ourselves a lot of Diecast cars to review. As you can see right behind me, we got ourselves a lot, as I keep doing the same thing. I can't remember what is left or right, but that is the right direction right there, asshole. But, yeah, we got ourselves two boxes right here. I mean, one says P and one says F. I mean, you guys use your imagination, see what we got for these Diecasts. But I guess start off with the small box because, I guess the bigger box would probably get some more funner stuff. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut this in, and let's just get on to this unboxing, as, I'll just have my little tag along with y'all. But, yeah. So we got right here this first unboxing. And with every unboxing that we got from Circle B Diecast, we got ourselves some packing peanuts. I do apologize, my voice is going to be a little kind of wonky. I still got a little bit of congestion, so it doesn't sound like I'm going through, like, I don't know, hormonic changes or whatever, so. But, hey, packing peanuts right there. Please do not consume these. I mean, these are only for packing purposes. Alrighty, and the first car we got right here. Oh my god, it's a Dale car. Now, it is Jeffrey Earnhardt's 2022 Forever Lawn. I hope to God he's not one of these people that don't mow their lawns and God knows how long. I mean, those guys are quite the mongrels, I will say that. But kind of a cool car, guys. I mean, you got ourselves, 3 for Dale. So we got to do the 3 for Dale for y'all. But I thought this was a really cool paint scheme, guys. And I thought this was going to be a diecast that I think is going to be a pretty big hot seller. I mean, a lot of people were already pretty hyped up when he drove this car at, I think it was the Spring Talladega Xfinity race, if I'm not mistaken. But just look at the nice fine details right there, the Forever Lawn car. This is the second RCR car that we got released for the Xfinity Series, along with the Sheldon Creed car, which I know you guys loved that review, so I think you guys are going to love this one as well, because it is a Dale car, just because of that 3. I mean, beautiful diecast. It's very simple, but let me tell you what, guys, I'm kind of grateful that we got this Jeffrey Earnhardt car. I think this is probably one of the, most simplest looking Xfinity paint schemes, but it still is cool. It's simple, but nice. Kind of reminds you of like the Scott's Easy Seed car that Carlo just drove, just because of that grass. Some people might like it, or some people might think it's kind of weird, but I think this is, I guess you could say, a car you should probably forever get in your collection. All right. I'm already back from YouTube, and I'm already making those stupid puns. All right. Next up right here, we got ourselves a diecast that I actually went to this race for Speed Weeks, and I'm planning to go for next year as well for 2023. This is Christopher Buescher, or do they still call him Christopher? Yeah, I think it's back to Chris now, but Chris Buescher's 2022 Fastenal Ford Mustang for RFK Racing. This is the dual win that he won at. As you guys remember, I did also pick up Brad Keselowski's dual winner as well from Daytona, and I already did a review on that, but I thought this one was pretty cool. But you see it has a reflective number, and I was able to get this. All these diecasts I'm showing you guys are the ARC versions. I actually ordered these, I think, like a few days before. I think it was the 23rd, I think, actually, before the Black Friday sales, because heck, I just wanted to get some more content out for you guys. Even though I still got to review the diecast from my last haul. But yeah, the paint scheme is kind of cluttered and kind of like of a mess. As you see right there, there's still a lot of gaps, I think, that you should All I can say is that I think this fastball scheme is cool, but everything's kind of cluttered. But I do love that chrome, reflective number. I mean, it is pretty nice. I even like the nice little blue accent lines around that. But I'm really digging the 2023 fastball scheme that I did got kind of a little sneak peek at the Homestead race. So we know we're due for a much better looking fastball scheme for 2023. But this one right here kind of takes the cake, and it is a race win after all. So it's going to have all those nice carbon fiber details to it. So really like that one as well. So let's go ahead and just add that right here. All right, so we get 2 more left in this, and this next one right here I think is going to really shock a lot of people. Is just how good looking this car is right here, especially if you love purple. This is a returning sponsor for Bubba Wallace, as I'm already kind of giving away right here. This is Bubba Wallace's 2022 Latios Toyota Camry for 2311 Racing. And yeah, let me tell you what, guys. I mean, it might look a little dull right now on camera, but this thing is a nice, vibrant purple, and my lord, I think it's probably, I know I keep saying this with all the Bubba Wallace cars, but I think this is one of the best Bubba Wallace schemes that we got this year, guys. I mean, look how beautiful and bright and vibrant that purple is, man. As you guys know, this was a sponsor when he drove for Roush, like several years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, when Roush still had an Xfinity program before, that eventually got defunded when, the curse of the 60 car, goodness gracious, I do miss the RFK, not RFK, but you know what I mean, the Roush cars from the Nationwide and Busch Series days. And I guess you say Xfinity as well, but that's where their prime kind of fell off the window. But I think this is a diecast that I think a lot of people are really kind of underlooking. That purple, man, is just so bright and vibrant, and I think it's a really nice addition. And the last one in this box, which I know a lot of people are going to love for me to review on, as we got more packing peanuts. So, heck, I almost did a nice little, I usually do this, so what the hell? There we go. I'm waiting for one of the days that it lands on the top of my bill, and then we get an invoice as well in a box. And now we're playing volleyball. But here we guys go. This is the final diecast in box number 1. This is Kurt Busch's 2022. I guess you say this is his final NASCAR Cup win in the Jordan brand Toyota Camry that he won at Kansas with. And let me tell you what, this is a diecast that I was waiting for so long. I was going to pick it up in the metal chassis version, but like I said, I ordered this before the Black Friday deals, and this is just one I had to get. I mean, I knew it was going to be a hot seller. It's already been selling out at a lot of places, especially this being, the first ever Jordan brand, Michael Jordan branded diecast. I mean, usually his licensing has been kind of strict. I mean, we've had a lot of Jordan brand, Michael Jordan brand diecasts or paint schemes before, but none of them were really offered until now. So this one came off as a great surprise. Of course, it does not have the Monster Energy logo. It does have another M, which is McDonald's, which I'm surprised that it's not on a base, but heck, luckily it's just an associate sponsor for this paint scheme. As you guys know, it's with the Jordan paints, the Michael Jordan paint scheme is supposed to represent, one of the, branded tennis shoes. I am familiar with, Michael Jordan and their brand, but I'm not really like a big shoe collector. So if someone could probably tell me exactly what this paint scheme is trying to represent, but this thing has a lot of cool details. And as I'm trying to show you right here, the camera doesn't want to do anything. Kershaw Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. My phone is starting to show a little bit of its age, but probably due for an upgrade next year. But really nice looking car, guys. I really do love this Kurt Busch diecast. This is probably one I want to review right away. Plus, this is a good quick shout out to, a great Kurt Busch friend I know, Ninja Chris. If you're watching this, heck, definitely got some good content for you coming out very soon. But that is in box number 1. And now let's get on to box number 2. Box number 2, y'all. Here we guys go. The show is started for this box, and it's a lot more bigger. So if we have 4 cars in this in the previous box, I'm assuming we can double it, and I'm assuming there's 8. I mean, last time I checked, I did order 8s, but these are the diecasts I picked up, and there's a little more heft to them, so you probably might know what is going to be in. So maybe there could be a mixture of ARCs or metal chassis versions. Who knows? But let's go ahead and make this decision because I don't want to ramble on too much, even though I love doing that. As we got the nice unboxing and ASMR for y'all, and another invoice. Yay! More packing peanuts. Hooray! Huzzah! Hello. I don't even know what I'm saying. Hope I'm not saying any terms that are offensive, but all right. So here we guys go. The first one up in this right here, and these are all metal chassis versions because if you guys did not notice during the Black Friday deals, Circle B Diecast really kind of hooked us up and gave us metal chassis diecast for only $8.50 compared to the $15. I said, heck, pinch me, I must be dreaming. Nope, I wasn't. And I said, okay, I have to get these 8 cars. I have to get these 8 cars. And this one was kind of last on my list, but I'm like, you know what, man? I like the vibrancy of this car. This car might not be the favorite for a lot of people, but I think this one's really cool. This is Bubba Wallace's 2022 Columbia. it's just the original Columbia car. I mean, as you guys remember, last year's was just blue and what was it, blue and whites. But this year's they decided to go with like a little 80s/90s theme, which is pretty cool. Definitely, I for a second I thought this was like his throwback, but I do remember that he drove a money line throwback. So I think he drove this at the Bristol Dirt Race, if I'm not mistaken. But very vibrant car, guys. I mean, it definitely screams the 80s or 90s for sure. I mean, I'm a 90s kid, so but my lord, dude, this thing's really nice. And of course, this has the metal chassis as well. I mean, I know I have contradicted myself. I said don't get the metal chassis version, but if you were able to get, this was the time to get metal chassis diecast, guys, because just $8.50. I mean, that's actually cheaper than the ARC diecast. But you see right there, the Bubba Wallace car. The camera's not really showing off its vibrancy, but it's like a day glow yellow. And then you got that nice bright magenta pink. I mean, really, really cool. Pretty funky looking colors, I will say that. But, Bubba Wallace has come out with a lot of cool paint schemes, guys. I would like if they would center off that Columbia logo right there. Probably center off a little bit more. And I think it's a little too far raised up. But other than that, I mean, hey, this is a kind of a cool, I guess you could say it's kind of a bitchin' car, to say at the least. So we already got two Bubba Wallace cars now in this diecast haul. As we get on to the next one right here, we got ourselves, hey, it's another driver that we already showcased right here. And Ninja Chris is going to love me for this. This is a diecast that I actually saw at the Goodyear 400 this year at the 2022 Darlington race, spring race, which that was cool. My first time went to Darlington, so I was able to witness Kurt Busch's final throwback car. As you guys know, this is a throwback to, I think, Bill Elliott's, I want to say 1996 McDonald's scheme, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, it's not really an exact replica because we do got the black quarter panel, which is supposed to represent Monster, which, I mean, there is supposed to be a little bit of a black, but not really on the diecast. But since this is a McDonald's diecast, you guys probably know what this is. It's going to be mounted on a base. Now, I have said this before, guys, but I might actually just keep this on the base until I do the review or make a separate video, because I think a lot of people, have asked me, like, how do you remove these bases? Because I've noticed that the bases are a lot more harder to take off. As you see, they're just taking, they're just mostly glued down. So you basically got to take this glue off, but then you got to, use like a flathead screwdriver to turn that screw, even though I know it's a triangular screw, but I'll show you guys. Maybe I'll make that in a YouTube short if you guys want me to, because I know a lot of people want to get this diecast off without breaking the wheels and stuff, which, I've been there, done that. But I think this is a cool looking diecast, especially if you're a big fan of Bill Elliott. This is such a cool looking throwback, even though it didn't really have the best luck in this car. I mean, I think that one caution where I think both 2011 cars really got yeeted out of the competition. I think Truex as well got into that, and I was at that race, so it was not a good day for the Toyota lads. And I think it looks like we do got a little bit of a paint scuffle right here. You kind of see where the NASCAR Salutes logo is right there. Kind of looks like this thing might have probably turned the other way around and probably hit the outside, hit the inside of this car. Heck, that ain't no Darlington stripe, man. But a little bit of a quality issue right there. But other than that, I mean, very vibrant paint scheme. I mean, it's just the same shame that the McDonald's diecast are on bases. I mean, because, this is supposed to be a choking hazard. Although I must say, this is quite delicious. I'm probably not going to put this in my mouth. I probably should not, probably ever say that ever again. All right, going on to the next one right there, as I'm acting very sus now. Good Lord. Whenever I get a new diecast, who knows what the hell I'm going to do. So this next one right here, I think a lot of people are actually going to be really excited for me to review this car. I know this is just a brand new release that just came out at the ARCs, but this was already released back in October in the metal chassis version, and I had to get it. And for anybody who's wondering, no, they're not making a clean version of this car. And this is actually not this actual race win, but the actual paint scheme is the best-selling diecast of this year. From a certain race, from a certain driver who was in the Final Four, Ross Chastain, guys, his Talladega win, or his second Cup win, and this is on the Be a Moose car, which is pretty well known for not only winning the Talladega race, but also, wall riding that finish at Martinsville, which, like I just mentioned, guys, breaking news from Lionel Racing, this is the best-selling diecast of 2022. I'm actually pretty darn shocked, but that was a pretty monumental moment, but I'm looking forward to when that diecast gets released, but for now, this would be a good filler for now. As you can see, we do have some confetti on top. So, but like I said, they had the clean version of this, but Lionel actually canceled it in order for the Talladega win to get produced. So it sucks. I know a lot of people don't really like, race wins, but let me tell you what, man, for a metal chassis version diecast, this thing actually looks pretty immaculate right here. We got, we got the Be a Moose, the Moose. I'm going to have a lot of mooses, going over this car, guys. But my lord, guys, I think it's like some sort of like or organization that I guess It is a fraternity, I believe. So, you know, it's like an organization that like Ross Chastain's been with for like since his days in the calling days. So they've been with him for quite a while, but I'm glad we finally got a Moose diecast with us. But this paint scheme, man, I mean, what an absolute rocker paint scheme. I mean, I mean, you guys know my three favorite color combination are black, white, and red. And this one right here absolutely kicks ass. So I'm looking forward to review this bad boy, but that is really nice. All right, and the next one up, we got ourselves another new release that just came out, but also got released in the metal chassis version like I'd say 2-something months ago. This is Todd Gilliland's 2022 Boot Barn car. So hold your booties for this review. Oh, lordy. I'm probably going to make a lot of SpongeBob memes probably in this review because of the boots, probably the squeaky boots. But this is probably a diecast a lot of people did not expect to actually get released or actually get made, but it did. And it's got a little bit of a patriotic design in the background. You can see right there where that hood is. And also it'll be right behind where the 38 is. There's like a nice little gradient of an American flag. So pretty cool. You could probably consider this a patriotic paint scheme. I think that I do remember the Boot Barn sponsorship in his when he used to drive for trucks, but I think this paint scheme looks a lot more better than his trucks. I would have loved it. We got some Todd Gilliland front row trucks. Or, you know, some Zane Smith trucks. Because, man, I just love the Front Row Motorsports diecast. But how pretty cool, guys. We got ourselves not only one, but two not David. I knew I was going to say that. I knew I was going to say that because, you know, they're both Gillilands and they're in the 38s. So cut me some slack, y'all. It's pretty darn cool that in the same year we got ourselves two Todd Gilliland diecast. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, because usually the Front Row Motorsports diecast don't really sell. I mean, unless, you know, unless they end up winning the Daytona 500 again. But, and it's pretty surprising. We already got two of these, but no Michael McDowell diecast yet. But I think that's a really cool car. So we got 4 diecasts left. And, oh boy, this one I know is going to be a really cool paint scheme to talk about, considering that this is a final win for a certain driver with this team and the sponsor. This is Kyle Busch's 2022 M&M's Crunchy Cookie Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing, but this is not the ordinary version. This is the Bristol Dirt Raced Win. And you guys know that this is, you can tell right there, we got the little M&M bags of M&Ms on top, which is such a cool feature. I already miss M&Ms already, even though the season just ended. But just, good Lord, man. I mean, I will say this is probably not my most favorite M&Ms diecast, but dude, let me tell you what, this diecast, especially the 124, good luck trying to find a good reasonable price. Scalpers are already, you know, selling this thing for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars already, man, which is pretty insane. But also, feel free, I want to give a quick shout out to one of my good buddies, Bushwhacker Reviews. He actually just did a recent diecast reviews of this car, so go ahead and check him out. It's a really cool, you know, diecast reviewer, especially for the 124 collectors. Did a nice little detailed view on that. But, dude, let me tell you what, man, this M&M's paint scheme absolutely rocks. What I find pretty cool about this car is that, as you can see, we got ourselves, you know, the little bags of M&Ms right there, right on top of that 18, and then right also down there by where the decklet is. I mean, that just shows you just how much, you know, how much love and brand recognition that the M&Ms cars have, and it's a shame that this is the last one we got for this car. But, dude, this thing, man, I mean, whether you love or hate the finish, I mean, I know a lot of people wanted Tyler Reddick to win this car, but, dude, think about it. We probably would have never got a Kyle Busch M&M's race win diecast if that came to be. So, gotta be very thankful about this. As far as M&M's, you know, Crunchy Cookie, I don't think I've had it before, but I think people have told me that it's almost like crispy M&M's. Maybe it has like a slight cookie taste, but I don't know. I think the best cookie M&M's are probably those sugar cookie M&M's that you get for the holidays. I would have loved to saw a paint scheme of this car, but this looks pretty cool though. I mean, I love all the nice little race win details, including that front end, which is quite dirty. And no, this 164 does not have the, you know, if it had rubber tires, I'm sure it probably would have, you know, dirt tires, but, you know, it's just the standard plastic wheels, which, again, I can't see why people would pay $15 for this, for just a metal chassis, but glad I got it for only $8.50. So, courtesy of Circle B Diecast for having these diecasts in stock, because this Kyle Busch diecast and another one I'm about to show you pretty quickly have been just a hot seller. And speaking of the hoot, guys, this is also the other Kyle Busch car that I actually saw in person at Darlington for the Goodyear 400. This is the Kyle Busch M&M's throwback, the final one that we got. And let me tell you what, guys, I mean, if you guys already saw my Ernie Irvin diecast review of this, this is probably going to be a really cool follow-up video to this. But this is the throwback to the first ever M&M's World diecast that we got. from, I think, what was it, back in like 1998 or so, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty cool, guys. I mean, I do like, the nice little retro effect we got right there, and the nice little M&Ms. And the 18, I mean, as you see right there, there's a little bit of a gap right there where the M&M and the 18 is. I mean, I think the 18 could be, a little more toward, the right side. But regardless of not, guys, I mean, Eminem's throwback is always really cool. I'm kind of bummed that that this was the winner of the throwback. I kind of wish we had Kyle Busch's 2008 car as a throwback, or a special paint scheme, or even that Ken Schrader paint scheme as well from like 2002 or so. Or even Ellie Sandler paint scheme. I mean, I wish M&M's would have done more than just, give us that M&M's crunchy cookie car. They did a cool, a collaborative paint scheme with all the Kyle Busch fans at the end of Phoenix. I highly doubt we're going to have, a die cast made of that because of just all those photos. But they did it with Joey Logano before, so maybe they can do it with that. But going back to the Kyle Busch car, guys, this is really cool. Another die cast has been selling out like crazy, and I'm glad I picked up the metal chassis version. I think the ARCs are not available right now in both the Darlington car and the Bristol Dirt or the standard crunchy cookie car. Those three have been hot sellers, so get them while you can, guys. Like I said before, once M&M's left NASCAR, the M&M's diecasts are going to be going up in value, and you can already see it already, man. So I'm kind of glad I got those two, in my collection now, as we are getting on now to the final two diecasts right here. And what do you know? It is another diecast that my good buddy Bushwhacker Reviews just did a recent review on, and this is actually a diecast a lot of people have been waiting for. This is another Ross Chastain win, but this is his first ever Cup win from the Circuit of the Americas in the iFly Onx paint scheme. You see, this is also the first ever Ross Chastain diecast with the foil number, so that of course is definitely going to be a diecast that has some nice value to it. But the first ever Ross Chastain Cup win, as you guys know, that was a pretty big race. I mean, even though a lot of people probably, that was quite a good battle that he had, to go on and get his first win. I mean, battling with AJ Allmendinger and Alex Bowman, and of course, the pretty controversial finish of him, taking out AJ Allmendinger. But heck, the guy was trying to go first win, so I can't really say too much about that. Ross Chastain has been, a guy to look out for, and he's probably, I would say, somewhere in my top 10 of NASCAR drivers, just because usually I don't really like aggressive drivers, but just there's something about Ross Chastain that just the sport just needed, and that Ross Chastain kind of fills that void, man. I can't really say he's like another driver that I've seen before. He's definitely unique. But in this car, and this paint scheme alone is very unique, guys. You kind of got like some sort of it's like a matte Saint finish, and then it has like the foil number, and like of course the red outline accents. Just really cool, guys. I mean, and compare this to the iFly car that Daniel Suarez had, which I actually have with me. I mean, what an upgrade of a paint scheme. Compare that to this. I mean, they really stepped their game up with the paint schemes, guys. And I think we also do got an iFly car that's coming out for the Daniel Suarez first Cup win, which was at Sonoma. So this will be a great diecast match for that when that gets released in the later few months or so. But what a badass looking car, guys. And that confetti, my God. I'm really liking that confetti, guys. It's like all stars and stuff. Oh, actually, no, it's the shape of Texas. How about that? This is actually a true Texas winner compared to the, the Texas Motor Speedway race. All right, and the final diecast that we got right here, which is actually a diecast that has not been in production yet for the ARCs. And it is on Corey LaJoie's 2022 Stacking Pennies Darlington Throwback Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE for Spire Motorsports. As you guys already know, that this is a pretty iconic paint scheme that's already been a throwback, like a few times before. I think, like Tyler Reddick did a throwback of this car, which is to the great and late Marty Robbins, guys. You guys know the famous actor and singer that eventually, became a race car driver. As I've already said, Tyler Reddick did a throwback of this car. I mean, it wasn't really the actual right, contingencies, but this one actually is pretty darn accurate. And like I said, guys, I was at this race, so this thing was bright and vibrant, and it was absolutely just beautiful. Seeing a Marty Robbins car in person was pretty darn awesome. And heck, what better way that we got, a Corey LaJoie diecast, guys. I mean, we've been really spoiled with a lot of Spire Motorsports diecasts. Kind of reminds me of like what we did back in 2020 with all those 77 cars that came out, but now we are with the 7 car. But just this is really cool. It's got a nice, the camera doesn't make it look too bright, but when we get onto the diecast, diecast review. This thing is going to be a bright son bitch, guys. You got this, very bright. Like I said, it's like a matte Saint finish, so this thing is going to come off really nice and eye-catching. I think even Kyle Larson, even drove a throwback of this car back in his Ganassi days in the Xfinity series. So this is a paint scheme that's quite familiar, but I think the biggest caveat I got to say that makes this thing look really nice, this thing technically has 3 numbers. So you can see right there, 777. Thankfully, it's not 666. Otherwise, that's the devil, man. But I'm kind of glad that, NASCAR kind of let him get away with that, because usually NASCAR is very strict with, just having, 2 digits for your numbers or 1 digit. But they were allowed for him to do that, guys. And I thought that was pretty cool. I think this is probably, one of the best looking throwbacks of this year. And like I said, guys, this is only available in the metal chassis version. I'm assuming probably in the next few weeks we're going to get this in the ARC version. But for now, you can only get this in metal chassis version. And hopefully you guys picked it up at the Circle B Diecast Black Friday haul, because otherwise it's not going to be on sale and it's going to be $15, which I think it's not really worth it. But if you're able to get this car with the sale price, it's definitely worth it. But yeah, feel free to comment below what diecast you guys want me to review first. All the diecasts that I showcased, as this wraps up this unboxing haul. So that's the rest of this box. And there I go. I'm already going ahead and knocking stuff over. So that's probably a good sign to go ahead and probably sign off. So hey, story of my life though, guys. But yeah, comment below which diecast you guys want me to review first, and give me other suggestions. I also go mix things up with the classic diecast reviews as well. So a lot of content's coming for you guys for this off season. So heck, like I said, glad to be back and glad I'm in a better recovery. So just like I said, guys, hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and appreciate you guys continuing to support this crazy sumbitch. You guys mean the world to me. And yeah, I got a lot of work to do. So see you guys next time, and stay safe, y'all.